my brother's keeper. I'm my sister's guide. Standing here together with nothing left to hide. We lift each other up when the world feels torn apart. We're keepers of the flame. We're the healers of the heart.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Other's Keeper. Look who we have. It is Body Illusion. Oh, my word. I am so excited to have you on today. Wow. So we'll do a little chatting.
I'm honored to be here.
Show up. Well, we'll do a little chatting. Wait for some people to show up because I don't want you to have to tell the whole story 18 times. But yeah, so it looks like 3 people just popped in on their own. Okay, so that's awesome. Oh, and Indigo's right. I missed you, darling. Love that smile. Absolutely. You are one of the happiest, most positive people. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So how long has it been?
I missed you all.
Did you get?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I did. You did get your Wackatron.
Happy birthday, Eric!
Happy birthday, Eric!
Yes, I did.
Yes. Where did you put
Let me
it?
get it. It's behind me. It's behind me in the camera.
Oh.
But in this darkness, you can't see it.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, let's see if we can get it so it doesn't glare.
Yeah. Some cameras don't like to do it. So.
Yeah. And this one, this camera does. I don't have special lighting.
If you have automatic white balance, that's what it is. I have to turn mine off. There you go.
There it is.
All right.
With the card.
Thank you in so many languages.
I came home and I checked the mailbox and there it was. I went, oh, this is so sweet. What a great coming home present.
Exactly. I'm so glad it got to you as a coming home present. Yes. Oh, yeah. All right. So we've got Eric, we've got Brian, we have Crystal and Indigo. Oh, and Indigo got herself a bunny hug, hoodie. That's what we call them, bunny hugs. And it's because the inside is like hugging a bunny. That's actually where it came from, is it's like hugging a bunny. So, yes, and it is so nice and soft and warm, and it actually keeps it. A lot of brands don't keep that nice fuzziness. These ones are good. I really like these.
After the first washing, usually they kind of get bunchy.
Yes. Yeah.
And this one stays nice and fluffy.
Yes, it does. It stays nice and fluffy. At least it doesn't peel. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Indigo. Did I not they them you? I'm bad. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We apologize.
I try really hard to remember things like that, but when I'm going, my brain doesn't always keep up.
Yeah.
So it reverts back to original status. And Indigo says, yes, they've washed it twice already because they keep wearing it and it's not bunchy. So that's awesome.
Nice. That's good.
That's good. That is. Yes.
Yeah, there are many people that.
Yes.
Anyway.
For sure.
So I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. And Eric, it sounds like you had a beautiful birthday, so that's good. That's wonderful.
Yes. He had a lovely chat, they did a Google chat. That's what it was, a Google chat. And a number of people showed up. I had to show up late because I had something else I was doing. I was invited, Eric. I apologize. I was invited, but it was way too late for me. I would have been cranky. Yeah, we want her not cranky for this.
Yeah.
I'm selfish. What can I say?
I do better this way.
Yes, that's for
You
sure.
wouldn't have known me.
Uh,
My heart was with you, honey.
let's
My heart
start
was with
out
you.
by saying, I am happy you are well. Are you well?
Yay!
First of all,
I'm still on blood thinners, and I'm going to be on blood thinners for probably, I have so many follow-ups. So this doctor says I'm going to be on for 3 months. This doctor says I'm going to be on 6 months. But I don't care if that's all I'm on is blood thinners. And it's not Coumadin, so I don't have to prick my fingers. It's a different kind.
nice.
So I have 3 months in my house right now. So I'm not sure if
Okay.
they're going to refill it or not. But as you see, my old lady neck is back. All the swollen is gone because it was all the way across. So I'm off of antibiotics. So that's a
Okay.
good thing.
So people don't know why
yeah.
you're taking this medication. Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
And by that I mean like you're 5 years old and now what's going on in life? No? Okay. A little too far back. Let's way
That's way too far back, honey.
So a couple of
I
months
don't remember what I
ago,
did for dinner. What is much less what I did 5 years ago when I was 5. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
would you say this started a couple of months ago, or say even 6 months ago? Where do you think this this medical issue started?
Probably about. I started feeling it. I didn't know what it was. I started feeling this weirdness about 3 weeks before I went in. About 3 weeks. But I thought it because I was getting sluggish and cold.
Right. Oh,
And so I thought it was depression. I thought it was my depression kicking in again. And so I started calling my therapist and, starting to get that going again. And it took them some time to get back to me. They didn't get back to me until after I was already in the hospital. But it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And so finally, February 1st, it was difficult for me to even get my head off the pillow. I was in thermals, in an electric blanket, and my temperature in my house was set at 80, and I was still freezing to death. Yeah, I was still freezing to death, and I couldn't get my head up off the pillow. I had no energy at all, none. And finally, I told I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. I said, I think I need to go in.
Sure.
Yeah. So then they took me in.
Oh, wow.
So they took me to one hospital, which was the nearest hospital, because it's very odd here. Very odd. Lots of hospitals here. I'm from California. I've always done Kaiser. I know what Kaiser does. I understand Kaiser. Very few states have it, but California is always have it. It's a insurance company.
Oh, okay.
And they have their own facilities. They have their own hospitals and pharmacies and things like that. So it's kind of, when you go into a Kaiser, it's kind of like a Walmart. It's kind of a one-stop shop. So you go in there and you go see your primary care, and then they say, okay, well, you need to get x-rays and blood work and blah, blah, blah. Go downstairs. And they just tell them that you're coming downstairs. You go downstairs, you do your blood work and blah, blah, blah. And it's all, and pharmacy's there, and it's like a Walmart.
Well, for sure.
But
the Walmart of healthcare.
So I'm still, it's very convenient, but I was used to it. So here it's kind of different. So I went to, I went to the one that was closest to me. I hadn't been to it, that particular brand of company. So I went to that one, and they said that your kidneys were shutting down. So I don't know if anybody knows about that, but kidneys are supposed to be at 1.0 is as high as they're supposed to be. Mine, when I went in there, was at 8. Okay. And they said, we can't do anything here. We need to send you to the bigger, because this was kind of like a shoot off.
For sure.
So it was kind of like a sister hospital. So they were going to send me to the big one, which was in the bigger city,
the Super Walmart,
which is down the street. And so, yeah, the super. so they're going to send me to that one. And they said, what we're doing is we're waiting for a bed. And I said, okay, no problem. You know, I'm at the hospital. I figure, okay, I'm in the best place I can be, you know. So this was on the 1st, on Saturday. Sunday, they told me they're still waiting for a bed. Now my numbers are up to 13. They just keep climbing. So my kidneys are just shutting down. Now everything's shutting down. Everything's shutting down. I'm freezing to death. My brain it leaves me, you know.
Well, yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, because nothing's working anymore. You know, my bladder stopped working. Anyway, we're not going to get into the ugly details. So finally, a dear friend of mine comes to stay with me, you know, comes to visit, because I think I texted her and told her I was there. I don't remember how she got there, because my brain was.
No, exactly.
So this was Saturday. They told me they were waiting in bed. Sunday, they were told me where they were waiting for a bed. And then Monday, she came over and they said they were still waiting for a bed. Now I'm up to 13. And I looked at them and I said, I want you to hear this. This is what I tell my friend. I said, I want you to hear this. And I looked at the nurse, the same nurse that's been coming in all this time. And I said, so they're waiting for me to die here. They're waiting for me to die here, so they don't have to worry about me. They're not planning on shipping me. They're just waiting for me to die here, because you don't need 48 hours to wait for a bed at another hospital. That's just, I said, put me in a box. Put me on something to get me over there. You know what I mean? And within an hour of me saying that in front of her, they had a transport for me and they sent me over there Monday night.
Perfect.
And then Tuesday, they put in the catheter. Tuesday morning, they put in the catheter, which is the kidney.
There's a major
kidneys process,
or something that goes. Yeah,
and it goes here and it goes there, but up this side of my neck was really sore, you know, and I didn't know. They said no, they were supposed to go this way, but this was really swollen, and it felt like one went up my jugular, you know, and I went, I don't know, you know, this is all new to me. I don't care, fix me. That's all I can think of. If this hurts a little bit, I don't care. You're fixing me, you know. So that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they did dialysis, which was another adventure I never thought I'd be doing.
No.
And this is when they were telling me that I may be on dialysis forever, right?
Absolutely.
Well, they did the first dialysis on Wednesday, and they did the first dialysis on Wednesday, and my numbers went from 13 down to 8, and they were shocked. They were totally shocked. They said, your numbers are just like that. You know? Wow. And they're going, we don't even know why this is even happening, why your kidneys, because you have things, why, you know. And then they did the other one, the second one on Thursday. And anybody that knows anything about that, I started clotting the machine. So, but then my numbers dropped again, and they got down to, I think it was like 7 or 6, something like that.
Okay.
And they're like, we don't know what's going on. Why you're dropping like this? You shouldn't be dropping like this, but we're glad you are, you know. Well, yeah. And I'm thinking it's because of, I hate to say it, it's because of the village. It really is, you know. It's because of the people I've met, and the thoughts that were coming through on my phone, I could feel it. I could feel it. Even though I wasn't reading it or responding to them, I could see their names on my phone and they were connecting with me and, anyway. And then if I had enough oomph, I would lurk in channels and stuff like that. So it was okay.
So Indigo wants to know if it's related to diabetes or another health condition.
Indigo, I said this in my very first, after I got back home. I have never been diagnosed with diabetes. I've never been borderline. I've never been any of those things. That's another reason why the doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. Yes, they had no idea. They said, yes, Crystal, yes. Yeah, you even contacted me, love. You even contacted me. Yes. And thank you for that. But yeah, I have never even been borderline. I mean, hello, I'm fat, but who cares? That's life. That's life. Yeah, we just these just don't want to stay in, but
so I've
never been
around the back of my head.
Yeah, I may have to get a leash for them. So yeah, I've never been diagnosed with any of those things. As I said, the first hospital I was at, where they were just leaving me, they were insinuating that I was intravenous user, and that was my problem. So they were trying to find out what kind of
look at my arms, look for track marks. They ain't there.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys can't even get blood out of me. I mean,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they had already made that decision. They had already made it. It was sad. It was interesting. It was like I said. Yeah. I think I was a freak virus or they had no idea. To this day, they have no idea. I went to a follow-up of my kidney doctor, and she says, I don't know how you did it. You're not supposed to be down to normal 1.0. No. Actually, I'm at 1.4 in less than a month from 13. She goes, that's not supposed to happen. She goes, it's your positive attitude. It has to be. Yeah. Oh. She goes, in 1 month. We're still in the same month. So yeah. So we did. No.
You're right, Eric. No, he's right. 90% of the time, or 99% of the time.
They were talking about that.
Oh yeah.
They were talking about if I may need a transplant, or I may need. They were talking about biopsy, and they were saying if you do a biopsy, it may shut down the kidney completely. Put it into shock. But we're going to put that on hold. They never did it because I started kicking back in. I call it. They had to reboot me, and that's basically all they did. That's it. Do 10 seconds and plug me back in, and off I ran again. And I went to, like I said, I went to the second hospital, and it was the nurses were great. Others says not to say that, but the nurses were great. They were really sweet, but it was a rough hospital. It was a rough hospital. So somebody with a smile, a patient with a smile, was probably very, very refreshing to them.
Unusual.
So I got pampered.
Do you know what? I get treated so well at restaurants because I make the effort to say thank you to the person in their home language. So doing something with a smile, doing something just to make somebody's day better, you'll get treated like a queen. Go to a hotel. If you run into the cleaning staff when you're going into your hotel room, if you say, hey, thank you so much for the work that you do. I can see that you guys do a great job. Thank you. your room will be spick and span every time.
Yeah, extra stoves, extra shampoos.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, because one of the nurses, she took time out of her, nurses in hospitals are crazy. They're just all over the place, and buzzers and she took the time out of her day to help me get a shower and get cleaned up, because you got to wrap this up and you got to wrap up the IVs and all this stuff so you can get a shower. So she helped me get a shower, and then once a month, then she even braided my hair. Hi, Barbie! Hi, beautiful.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. They checked everything. They checked because they didn't know what it was. So they were taking blood from me, and they were checking if I had Crohn's disease, if I had this, if I had that. They were checking. They had no idea. They never did figure out what it was. Never did. And then when my numbers got better, then the why didn't even account.
Wow.
Huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know. Uh-huh. So then when they took, okay, good.
For those of you who know Samara from my channel, if you go through the playlists, you can find her. And one of the things she will talk about is her kidney and pancreas transplant. And that is the usual, like we're talking 99% usual result of what Body Illusion went through. So the fact that you just mind-blowing.
There's a reason. Don't you think?
Yeah. Here's a button.
Don't you think there has to be a reason for me to be here? I don't know what it is yet, but we'll find it.
Yep.
What's that?
I said, did you hear the button? Abso-Smurfly. When I was little, the Smurfs were on, and everything was Smurfness.
That's cute.
Abso-Smurfly. I just kept that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smurfs was after me. Hi, honey. Hi. Yeah, we're just chit-chatting. I'm glad you came to join us. Listen to us rattle, us redheads.
Exactly. Yep.
So they took out, because they were keeping up with my bladder, so they took out that catheter one day, and then the next day they said, well, we're going to take out this catheter and then we're going to release you. And I went, don't tease me, because you guys have already talked biopsy, transplants, and all this stuff, and now you're talking about pulling this out and releasing me. Exactly. Wait a minute.
Release you into the wild.
So they pulled it. Right. And so they did. They pulled it out and released me that same day.
Wow.
So, so I thought they would take this out and then just give me a day, to make sure everything was okay. You know what I mean? But they released me that same day. And I went, okay, good. I get to go home. Yay! Life again. But even when I was there, yeah, she was very sweet. It did make a difference.
Absolutely.
She has her own world like everybody else, but she came as often as she could. So it was nice. It was nice. Yeah. I mean, after 11 days, you can. And the hospitals are so boring. So boring.
No.
But
how long were you?
They are. Huh?
How long were you in the hospital?
The first time I was in there for 11 days. But the first day, I grabbed up a walker and I just started walking the halls, and I was just going everywhere because I didn't feel sick. I was just really tired and freezing, but I didn't feel. It was a weird tired. I don't know if she ever talked to you about the tiredness.
Bone weary.
It's a weird tired. It's not like sleepy tired. It's so anyway, so I would get up. Oh, Body Illusion out of finest. So one Saturday, I'm cruising the halls and I'm going downstairs and I'm at the gift shop and I'm out front of the hospital and I'm walking around trying to get some non-hospital air. So I'm walking around. This was Super Bowl weekend, so the weather was beautiful here. And I'm walking around and I'm cruising around, and one of the ladies that pushes people out to the cars, the transporter. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine." And she goes, "Do you know where you are?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And she goes, "What room are you from?" And I said, and I told her my room number. And she goes, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I'm twiddling around, and I go back to the gift shop, and I fart around. I'm just doing my thing, right? But I've got this strapped on me, and IVs on me, and a catheter, and I'm just cruising around. And next thing I know, I come up to the floor I'm on, and I come around the corner, and everybody at the nurse's desk goes, points at me. She goes, "There she is!" I guess she called up and said, "Are you missing a patient?" So everybody at the nurse's desk points and goes, "There she is!" And I went, "Well, here I am!"
You had no idea you were.
But I went, "Well, it's better safe than sorry."
A splash.
You never know. Such a scene.
Oh, I know.
So ever since then, everybody's going, "Okay, don't go out and get lost." They were always making jokes because I was just cruising around. It's boring.
Yes, it sure is.
Those four walls get boring, and I thought, if I don't keep moving, I'm going to get sicker. That's all I kept thinking. If I don't keep moving, I'm going to get sicker. So I got to keep blood flowing, keep muscles moving, keep no atrophy, no nothing. But anyway, I just went, "Body Illusion, you're at it again." You're making everybody pay attention. I couldn't even be inconspicuous in the hospital.
Of course not.
And that was a big hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. When you're on the nephrology floor, there's only so many places you can probably go.
Yeah. And I walked those. I got bored. So I decided to go in the elevator and go down. And there was a gift shop, and there was a food court, and there was, outside non-hospital air. So I was just cruising around with my walker and my catheter and my, all this stuff all hooked up to me. Oh, well.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't care.
Yes, I like this from Crystal. Why try to fit in when you're meant to stand out? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I would get back, and then I would rest because it was a lot. And they always said that after the whatchamacallit, everybody always fell asleep. And the first thing I wanted to do was walk.
Oh.
After I did my dialysis, I wanted to walk.
Right.
I don't know if it was because you're laying there for 3 hours just completely not moving. So as you can see, it was boredom to me.
Well,
but that's when I would catch up on all my YouTubes.
They're putting warmed blood into you as well. The blood that they're putting in is warmed.
Uh-huh.
So for
I
the first
didn't know it
time
was
in how
warmed.
many days you weren't cold?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So it was, and then I would tell them after, like the next day they would come in after the, like the first and second treatment. They would come in the next day and they go, well, how do you feel? And I said, I don't know what you guys are doing to me. And he looks at me and he goes, what do you mean? And I said, I don't know. It feels like I couldn't sleep real well last night because it felt like little sparklers going off in my head, you know, in my brain, just little sparkles, just. And he goes, I've never heard anybody say that. And I'm like, it's like little all over my head. I said, I love it. I love it. My brain's working again. You know?
Oh,
it's
wow.
scary. I never had a brain to work.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I said, it was a new adventure. Yeah. And he goes, I love the way you explain that, you know, but that's what it felt like. It felt like little, like the connections were sparking back together, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah.
The synapses are hitting each other, and
like I said, yeah. And I would wake up the next day and like, I would be more aware, you know, and more aware. Every day I would be more aware, my energy took longer, but my brain would feel more functioning, you know?
Yes.
So then I was home. Otherwood was doing his best to take care of me, which is a challenge in itself. I mean, if you make a fool of yourself in a hospital, think of what you're going to do at home when nobody's watching. So, so he was like lassoing me down. Come on now. Anyway, so, but they didn't put me on a diet. They didn't put me on anything except I've put myself on a diet. I put myself on a renal diet because I'm probably not going to stay on it forever, but I just don't want it to go into shock again. Just give it time to heal completely. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, a renal diet is not that big deal.
Okay. So
Hi, Christy!
Hello, Cosmic. Huh? What's in a renal diet?
What is not? The first problem I'm having is I can't have any pizza. Because I can't have tomatoes and I can't have cheese. Yeah, and tomatoes and cheese is like my staple of life, you know.
Wow.
Peanuts I can't have, things like that. But like I said, I would say, you know, I'm kind of craving something. And other would look it up and say, can't have that, can't have that, can't have that. So it's not... Mark, hi, Sophia. Yeah.
We've got Crystal. We've got Cosmic. Nice to see
Crystal.
Everybody.
Welcome home, honey.
Yes,
she just got home from her vacation. Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. So others have been keeping up, even though I'm craving like peanuts and pizza. I can't have those. But peanuts and pizza.
How you crave what you can't have, isn't it?
Right. And it's like, if that's all that I need to do to stay healthy, that's easy. That's easy.
That's right. Yep.
We can do that. We can do that. You know, I mean, for what I've gone through, my body, not me, my body has gone through. If that's what it takes to keep it happy, pizza puts weight on me anyway, you know.
There is,
but yeah, it's good, but it's. But anyway, so I was home for a couple days, and then my neck started swelling and hurting. So as you know, Other wears a lot of bandanas. You know, he wears a lot of bandanas on his head. So I had him take a bandana because if it was pressure on it, it didn't hurt so bad. So I took it and had him tie a bandana to put pressure on it. So it felt better. So it went down from an 8 to a 3. So 3 is tolerable. It hurts, but it doesn't, you can live that way. But then the next day it got bigger. And then the next day it got bigger. And then that's when I told him, I said, okay, I can't even swallow now. I go away. I need to go back in. So we went to another hospital that we were familiar with, and yes, we told Eric his birthday. So I went to another hospital, and that's when they found the blood clot in my jugular. So that's how I ended up on the blood thinners and stuff like that. Living without peace, it's possible. Yeah, it is possible.
The bandana saved your life. It kept it from moving.
Yeah. And the doctor, when I went in, he says he called this doctor and he made a bunch of phone calls because they were planning on, I don't know what they call it. I'm going to call it Roto-Rooter. They were planning on going in there and taking it out. And the doctors that he talked to were saying, well, if it was in their leg or in their arm or someplace, but this right here is way too close to the brain or the heart. They said, we're not touching it. We're not touching it. You give her blood thinners and see what happens. So that's, Oh, yeah. Hi, honey. I hope you got some rest. So that's, and then they kept me in for 3 days for that one. So, but I don't know if it was from the catheter because like I said, it was the same jugular but I don't know because I was clotting the machines. When I was doing
Wow.
But anyway, so that was another adventure that I probably wasn't supposed to live through because a clot right here in your jugular. Those 2 words are not, when he told me that, I went, those 2 words don't go together. That's not pleasant together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow.
So now I'm back to, like I liked it before because I had a 50-year-old neck again. but it was nice and smooth over here. But now they're pretty close to even. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So did they ever mention a stint going in? Something to allow the blood to pass through?
They didn't want to touch it at all. They didn't want to go in there at all because also my white blood count was high. So they thought there might be an infection and they didn't want to spread that through again, my heart and my brain. They didn't want to spread the infection.
Absolutely.
So they wanted to keep it kind of maintained, if that makes sense. Yeah. Good
Absolutely
question. It does. Very good question.
Yeah, no. That's
good question.
And
they were just worried about touching it.
For sure. And then having it go one way or the other in a giant piece. Like breaking off little tiny bits wouldn't be so bad. But in one large clump, either direction would have been lights out.
Devastating.
So
devastating, yeah.
Did you have to do a blood transfusion?
Transfusion? I didn't get any blood. I mean, they cleaned my blood, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I did dialysis for the 3 days, but no other blood put in. Yeah. I mean, they say my iron is a little low right now. That's probably the reason I'm a little sluggish, but that's to be expected because I'm on thinners.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's so scary.
Organ meat, so like liver and onions, tongue, heart, steak and kidney pie. The good stuff.
Okay.
I don't mind steak and kidney pie if the kidney is cut up
You don't
really
think go very
small.
far with me.
No, I don't mind steak and kidney if the kidney is done
Uh-huh.
really small, and it has to have been soaked in milk for a while, because that takes out all that strong flavor. Like for an hour or so before you cook it, takes out all that strong flavor. And same with liver. If you soak that in milk for a while, like half an hour or so before cooking it, it keeps it from tasting quite so livery. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the
Okay.
flavor of liver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sophia says one can live with low iron.
As big as I am, I'm
You're
a really picky
absolutely
eater. Yeah. So
Yes, as big as I am.
yes, good point, Sophia. Good
That's
point.
right.
You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Some
right.
people do.
Crystal.
Some people do.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's just
like
like
liver.
okra.
I like liver with
stuff
sour
like that.
cream. Liver served with sour cream. It's delicious.
Oh, but I bet you that calms it down a little bit too.
Yeah.
The flavor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I agree with you, Sophia. One can live. You know, the things that they're asking me to do are so minute compared to the adventures and the things they were throwing at me that, like I said, I had no idea. I had no idea because I had
Sophia,
I wasn't, I eased
terrible.
into it. My dad made the mistake of frying.
Spleen.
Oh.
Spleen I've never had. I can only
I don't
imagine.
think
I've
I
had
want-
tripe. I've eaten almost everything. I have not had spleen. But oh wow.
Well, tripe is in menudo. Tripe is in menudo, yes? I've never eaten
menudo?
liver nuggets, yeah. Menudo has tripe in it, doesn't it?
I have no idea. I'm not sure I've ever had that. I thought menudo was just a band.
Menudo is kind of like, in my world, it was a hangover soup.
Okay, I'm going to Google this.
A lot of people did menudo the day after. Okay. So anyway, so that was my world and things I wanted to know about the body and the lingo. And I was like, okay, in the form of English, please, when the doctors would talk, you know, because they use these languages that is their world and their common logic. You know, they've heard those words for 20 years, but for me, you know, I never heard these words. You know, I didn't know what a kidney doctor's name was, nephrologist or whatever it is.
Nephrologist, yes, that's correct.
Who named that? Who named it that? I mean, if you're sick,
Some Latin
who's
guy,
gonna remember that kind of
Dr.
name?
Nephrology, I don't know. It's Dr. Nephros.
Right.
Yeah.
With extra letters, you need to use up. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, and the first hospital I was at, it didn't show anything?
For menudo?
Menudo didn't show anything?
Oh, yes. No, it did. It did. Let me see if
Oh, I
I
thought you were
can
looking at
share my
menudo.
screen here. Share screen. I'm going to share this one. Share. There we go. Can you see it? Oh, nope.
It's coming.
There we go.
It's coming. Oh, it almost. Hi, Ned. Hi, Ned.
Hey, Ned. Nice to see you, Misha. Oh, wonderful. So this is menudo soup.
Okay.
Okay, also known as mondongo, pancita,
Uh-huh.
mole de panza.
Okay.
So like lots of different names that basically means you're eating the stomach. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wow.
So tripe is in it, yes?
Yes, yes. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind tripe because it has no flavor on its own. It just carries whatever sauce it's in. So that doesn't bother me. It's the texture that
like
gets
tofu.
people. Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah. And it's the texture that gets most people. So yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm from California. We do a lot of tofu.
I'm from Saskatchewan.
I'm sorry.
We don't eat very much tofu. We eat a lot of beef.
I'm the quintessential tofu and things like that. Oh, and this hospital that I was at 11 days, let me tell you.
Yes.
I am from California. I am now in the South, and we all know that now. And there's no reason to hide it. I'm in the South now. I'm from California. And every single meal had grits. I don't eat grits. Californians don't eat grits. And they gave me grits with
the way they do in the South, for sure.
They're going, but it's cheese grits. And I'm going, yeah, but it's still grits. And they're going, but it's really good. And I'm like, but it's still grits. I don't eat grits.
When we went down to Florida, my daughter, we tried grits for the first time, but it was like the Quaker instant grits, kind of like the way we would have instant oatmeal.
Okay.
And my daughter just fell in love with them. She loves Quaker instant grits. But
grits reminds me a lot of cream of wheat.
Exactly. That's exactly it. But grits you eat with gravy or butter or salty, like it's savory.
Oh, and cheese. Sometimes I had cheese grits.
Yeah. My mom asked, she's like, can I have milk and sugar to put on this? They're like, what do you want? Then it was fine. But no, eating it.
Because now she's got the cream of wheat thing going. Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Eric. Yeah, that's what they say. They say it has to be done correctly. But when you're talking a hospital and it's hospital food and what's good? It is corn. It's ground corn.
Yes.
And it's kind of a
what many people would call it.
Yeah. It's corn. It's kind of a cornmeal. It's I don't know if you have cream of wheat or if you have what is that other Farina? Farina was another brand.
Oh, yeah.
And you remember that brand? How much?
No, but from the name, I can tell you it would have been fortified with iron. Because fer is Latin for iron. So this is grits.
Oh, okay.
So as you can see, it's
my grandmother she always called cream of wheat farina. Whoa, where'd you go, honey?
Oh, okay.
She always called cream of wheat farina. So
yeah.
Ugh. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You boil it and you mix it. You can mix it with butter and milk, or like I said, they do it with cheese, or they do it all kinds of ways here. And I'm sorry, I would eat tofu 7 days a week over grits. I'm sorry. I'm a California girl. I don't understand grits. I just don't get it. And I can see it for morning. I can see it for dinner. But don't give me all three meals. You know what I mean? It was very interesting. It was very interesting. They were definitely, hi Joel. They were definitely set up for this area, taking care of people from this area.
Yes.
And It,
Yeah.
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 So
Polenta is
polenta.
a similar food, but it's made firm. So you cut it in slices, and then you can fry it, or you can just eat it the
Uh-huh.
way it is.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Uh-huh.
grits loaf. So yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of cornbread kind of thing.
No, no, it's gummier.
Hi,
It's
Heather.
yeah. Hey Heather, nice to see you. He made them for his roommates. That's right. Yep. So, do you
Yeah.
enjoy grits?
Yeah.
Or is
We
that
don't
just
have them in Cali. We don't have it in Cali.
yeah?
we have tofu and sprouts and that kind of junk.
That's right.
So
Yep.
yeah, and everything here is grits and fried and sweet.
Biscuits
And I
and
don't
gravy and
biscuits and
sausage
gravy.
and yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
and
live down there
that's
quite
not what
happily.
I was raised. I mean, my family's from Arkansas, so I know those foods, but that's not.
Mm.
And buttered,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And see, I got him talking about grits, different ways
Fried
to do
sugar and butter
grits.
topping. Oh,
Never had grits. Don't worry about it, Barbie. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything.
polenta's different consistency than porridge. You're right, because porridge is made from oats and not corn. So, like I said, polenta is the way I've had it. It's much denser. It's like, you know how
Okay.
cream of wheat, when you wait for it to cool off and it turns into rubber,
Oh, okay.
like that.
And it comes out one big plonk.
Yeah, that's closer to what polenta's like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you can slice it and fry it or whatever you want to do with it. Is how. Okay.
Joel, Rocky Mountain oysters. Oh yeah, I know what those are. Yes.
Oh God. You can keep those too, honey.
Ooh, thank you. That's another thing I've never had. And yeah. Yeah, polenta can be good.
Yeah, as I recall, I don't recall eating those.
There we go.
Okay, sweetie, we don't need to see
restaurants. Yeah.
What? We got it the first time.
There we go.
I knew that had it was like Denny.
Where I live, they're prairie oysters. I like other steering balls.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yep. Wow. Yep. And Joel,
yeah, I agree with you. We've gone way off track. But that's okay. That's all right. As long as we're having fun.
Right. Yep. If we're laughing and having fun, that's what saves your life, is laughing and having fun and allowing the joy to fill you to such an extent that the spirit just came out of every pore, and it's just, yeah.
Yes. As long as we're enjoying ourselves and we're, yeah.
Topic of conversation. Universe, clean, Rocky Mountain, Mountain,
I mean, thank you, Indigo, for narrowing it down for us.
Aria, how much are you going to come on YouTube today? What did I watch you do?
You know better. You never know what to expect.
Oh no.
Did you go migraine day now? Oh, Okay, Ned, take care of yourself, honey.
Yes. Go take a rest.
Yeah, she's been going through bumpy roads right now.
She sure has. Yeah, absolutely.
You know we love you. We know you are loved. You are loved.
You are loved.
Don't ever forget
Absolutely.
that, honey. And just reach out if you needed something. Yeah. See? Even Sophia is giving love to you.
That's right. Shepherd's pie used to be about hiding
BodyIllusion's help.
Shepherd's pie used to be
really?
About hiding gut type meats in the food. Yes, that's right.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love learning things like this, you know.
I know, isn't that fun?
Oh, it is. I'm enjoying this stream this evening. Thank you for having me on. It's been very enjoyable.
No problem.
Very enjoyable. Even though we were talking about a weird adventure.
Coming on Thursday, it's yours truly's birthday. So come on over.
Yay!
It's just going to be fun chatting among friends. If you bring a friend, put your name in a draw for a gift. I will paint you something and I will send it to you. So.
Oh, yay! Can I bring other?
Absolutely.
Yay! Okay. Well,
one of you can enter. Other can't bring you. You bring other. It doesn't quite work.
We're kind of a team.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Ooh. Used to make her own blood sausage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep, you sure did use the entire
blood sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Blood sausage is also a thing for Fat Tuesday. They call it, in French, they call it boudin.
Oh,
and it's considered, it's French word for blood sausage. So that's interesting. You brought that up on Fat Tuesday.
For me, I just call it Tuesday. Yeah. Yes, Eric, it's my birthday. Mine is just a couple of days after your birthday. That's right. Good luck storming the castle. Okay. Well, this has been going so well. Unfortunately, my husband and I have to go to Bible study. So I am going to have to say goodnight. And please come back on Thursday. We can
this was fun. Thank you for having me on.
We can stay up as long as you want on Thursday. I have a thing that I have to go to. So thank you for coming, everybody. This has been fantastic. I love it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you haven't liked, please do so. Bring a friend.
This was what thanking me on. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone, for coming and seeing us. Yeah, and sharing our goofiness.
It's the red hair. It is the red hair.
All right.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, honey.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later, everybody.
Some come with scars, some come with dreams. In this circle, we're more than what we seem. No judgment here, just voices to be heard. Through laughter, through the tears, we find every word. I'm my brother's keeper, I'm my sister's guide. Standing here together with nothing left to hide. We lift each other up when the world feels torn apart. We're keepers of the flame, we're the healers of the heart.